All right, Matt, joining me on the desk. Now, hockey season is inching closer. We're nearly a week away until the Bobcats open up their 2014-15 season.
Yeah, that's right. With only 2 preseason games remaining, the coaching staff have reached the point where having to let players go is getting harder and harder.
It's extremely hard. I mean, all these kids that are here have battled very hard. That's why they're still here. I mean, they've got certainly some vets second-guessing themselves, and that's what a good competitive camp's all about. And that's really the situation we wanted to create.
And Harry, though, is quick to point out if the hopefuls aren't giving it a 100%, it will make his job a little easier.
Guys can't afford to be taking time off. Guys can't afford to be coming to the rink not focused, knowing they're battling for their job, because that's the time of year it is.
And with the preseason nearing a close, the plan is to add more veterans to the lineup so they can be ready for the upcoming season.
We're going to put a lot of the vets in tomorrow night, and I mean that's kind of twofold, in that we need to get some ice time. These guys need to play a little more, and they're playing Denmark, a national team, and they haven't had that experience. I think some of these older guys deserve that.
Staying in the AJHL after suffering a shootout loss on Monday to the Wolverines, the Bonnyville Pontiacs were looking for some revenge last night, this time in Whitecourt. However, it was the same story as the Wolverines once again get the better of the Axe in a shootout, this time by a score of 4-3. Bonnyville will be in action this Friday in Camrose for an afternoon matinee against the Kodiaks. Well, the Bobcats aren't the only Border City team that are back on the ice. After breaking a number of records last year, the Universal Heat have begun their tryouts as they look to defend their AMBHL title.
Coming into the 2014-15 campaign, the Universal Heat are going to have a new look behind the bench. As last year's head coach Travis Clayton has moved on to the Baker Hughes Bobcats, the Heat have promoted assistant coach Sean Coulter to take over the reins.
I've learned a lot from a lot of good coaches and worked beside a lot of good guys. Travis last year, he was an excellent coach, played a lot of time in the pros, and he kind of paved the way and gave me that passion to actually want to do this job.
And Coulter will have a tough task at hand. After putting up 31 wins and losing just once in the regular season en route to the franchise's first AMBHL championship, the Heat will only be able to bring back 2 players from last year's squad.
Last year was kind of an anomaly in that we usually don't get a lot of kids back. We usually have 2 or 3 returning players, and so kind of this year we fall back to that again. And we've got a lot of talent out here. It's great to see the 64 kids, and I think things will be really good this year.
Coulter says when making his team for the upcoming season, he'll be looking for a lot of hard work and determination from players who want to make the team better. Now, still in the early stages of tryouts, he's liking what he has seen so far.
A couple surprises out there, kids that are really working hard and taking the body and playing physical, really liking that play. Also a couple of returning guys who are really shouldering the load right now and setting the tempo really for the start of the season here.